Welcome to my project ideas. In this video, we'll explore everything that SAP has to provide in terms of an ESG reporting software. We'll also explore a custom software that we will build from scratch for ESG reporting. We'll explore all the credentials, all the context that is related to ESG concepts, and we'll discuss how and where the actual development can take place. And will not be coding in this particular video, but we'll explore more, and in case a more video will be required where we can actually develop, we'll do that. So let's start with something called sustainability control tower. So before we actually jump into this software, we will see what actually this technology of sustainability and SAP has to offer for that. So there is a very beautiful blog that I will share in the video description, where you can go and read everything about SAP and ESG. So as you already know that SAP is an ERP software, and 90% of this world is run by SAP based data centers. So what happens is, like, every big company is actually saving their data in SAP database. And now some compliances are coming into picture, right? So now the customer wants that whatever uh, content or whatever product they are getting, it should be more sustainable, it should be climate or carbon emission free, something like that. So the customer is aware, and again, if we discuss regarding the business who is going to invest, they are also very much into that. Whatever is being built in our industry, whatever is being going on in a company, it should be sustainable. It should be not that we are doing a lot of harm, and we are polluting everything, and we are degrading everything in the environment, and then working on the creation of some products. So from both perspective, sustainability is very important. So what's next? So every country and every region is coming with their own compliances. European Union has come with their own compliances, right? India has come with their own compliance called BRSR, and again, MEA, Middle East Africa, is focused on GRI, that is also a compliance from WHO. So ultimately, we have different compliances, we have different reporting methodology, and SAP is providing a software where you can actually, if you have SAP already, you already have the data. What you need is just to organize the data, come with a better platform, and display it out, and in the end you can create a document on top of it and submit to this compliance company or country, so that you are compliant, and even the business owner, the C suite, and the customer knows that you are compliant. So if I go into the software provided by SAP, it is called SAP Sustainability Control Tower. So as of now, it is available for a free trial. So we'll take our trial demo here, and I will also add this link in the description of the video. You can go through it and see what all features is provide, and then we'll come back to this trial homepage. So to come here, what you have to do is, like, just click on try now. It will open up a pop-up where you have to enter your email ID, and that's it, you will be logged into here. So in case you do not have an account itself, then it will ask for the creation of the account. So yes, once you are logged in, you will come into this particular landing page, and it's a very beautiful landing page where the data is divided into, or the operation is divided into, four different tabs. So the very first one is insights, where you actually get the entire insight regarding the business. So if you see, you can see the direct economic value generated, and in terms of USD, and number of corruption incidents. So you might be seeing that whatever we are discussing is very different. Like, one data is related to GHG emissions, right? And if you see, when you hover over that, you see a lot of data, and then you see employee turnover. So you might be, if not from this background, be not aware regarding why these different fields are there, or different data is there that is out of context from each other. So for that, I have just a very small SOP. So where you can actually see in ESG, the terminology ESG itself is something that is divided into three part: E, S, and G. Yeah, so we have three aspects of ESG, where E stands for environment, S stands for social, and G stands for governance. So where we are discussing E, it means like we are discussing the environment things. Then we will be discussing regarding the climate. We'll be discussing about the pollution that the company is doing. We'll be discussing about the energy wastage the company is doing. So like that, everything for E is added over here. You see what all is. So you might have seen that GHG emissions, right? Greenhouse gas emissions. Then waste, water. So every E aspect is discussed here. Then we have something called social, where are you treating your employees in the right way? How many hours they are, spending in their work offices? Is it actually matching the union based data or the time limit? So like that, governance of social terms are discussed here. The last part is governance. Are you compliant with the standards fixed by the government of that particular region? So something like that. So we have different aspects, and for that, actually you have data in your different channels. If you are using SAP already, you might be having data in a supply chain, where you might see how many emissions you are doing, where exactly things are going wrong, where money is being wasted. Then you have HR module, right, where you can see what type of people you have hired, and what exactly they are doing, and how much they are being paid, something like that. So every compliance data you can fetch it from there. And now you have, if you are using FICO module of SAP, then you already working on the compliance part. So are you compliant or not? So all this data is already there in different modules of SAP system. Now if you use this SAP Sustainability Control Tower, you can easily fetch all this data from their database. So let's drill down and see what else we can do from this platform. So suppose you are going to start with this platform, you can go to the steering part or the ambitions part, and actually, you know, create your ambitions. So as a company, what exactly you want. And once you have created the ambitions, and once the data is being pooled, after the configurations are done, then you can see, like, if I have created an ambition called aligned capital expenditure. So by 2026, my ambition is to do something like that, that my company will be fully electric fleet, and I will be renovating my building with an energy efficient technology, something like that. I have created an ambition. So if I am already on track or not, that I can click on track and see here. You see what ambition I have decided and where I am going. And in case you want to see where you are off track, that also you can see. So all the ambitions can be on track or off track, and based on that, you can see where exactly things are going wrong. So this is just an insight, but if you click on drill down, you can actually go inside and see the data for each particular segments, where you exactly you are going wrong, for which particular region. Like this, if you see, the things are on track in EMEA region, but things are not wrong, is wrong in USA region, something like that. So you can particularly drill down in a particular ambition and see where you are at this moment. Fine. So I'm coming back to the dashboard. So I have seen the insights, I have seen the ambitions, and now I will go to data management and integration. So this is the platform actually where things are like set up, where exactly your ESG, environmental social governance parameters come, and data is integrated. So whatever ambitions you have created, like ambitions they are set, no ambition is set. What type of data is coming? Some data is coming from SAP, some data might be coming from non-SAP systems. You are using an Excel to gather some data, those can be uploaded. And have you provided data for all the particular what you say metrics or not? So there are multiple metrics, right? If I go back to my Excel sheet, if you remember, we have different metrics for different parameters. So if, like, I go into environment, and with the first indicator or the metrics is sourcing. So how does the company deal with environmental risk from its suppliers? So suppose I am a car manufacturing company, and I am getting my resources from different companies, right? And those companies might be building those particular components, and for that they might be using energy, they might be using some materials, and getting some uh, materials from different suppliers again. And in the end, whatever data or whatever the component they are providing to me, have they created it using environmental friendly steps, or just using environmental risky steps and just getting the component to me just for the money? So this is one of the metrics, sourcing. So like that, we have multiple metrics over here. So those metrics actually you can create over here, and then map the data accordingly, right? Like creating custom metric, you can enter the metric name, provide a metric ID, and select the area, ESG area. It is belonging to E, S, or G, and thereafter provide the measures, like what exactly is the measure. Yes, no is simple boolean measure, or it can be in percentage, right? Or it can be in a number, like how much carbon is emitted, metric ton, something like that. So those measures can be provided, dimensions can be provided, and the calculation. So it is a custom calculation, or it's a very generic calculation, or you can just write the measure of the unit of the measure that we have just discussed, and a description. So like that, you can provide a proper description for its metrics, and then on top of it, if you click here, you will see, uh, well, certainly we have some data issue, uh, but ultimately we start integrating over here. We are in trial mode, right? So SAP does not allow a lot of features in trial mode. So the integration take place, and then the data is calculated. So I will just go back to the home page now. So I believe you understood the concept of metrics. And then we have something called EU taxonomy. So there's something like a master data for EU specific taxonomy. You create a certain criteria, what exactly is the EU compliance says, and accordingly you define your compliance parameters over here. This is like a data maintenance only. So I believe you have understood this platform, how you can utilize this platform for your own ESG calculations and insights.